the galaxy had long laughed at Earth. Its humans were deemed insignificant, primitive, weak, and unremarkable. The Interstellar Council, an alliance of the galaxy's most powerful species, monitored Earth with mild curiosity. It was an afterthought, a dusty corner of a galaxy they considered fully charted and conquered. Why even bother with them? Hissed Chancellor Vorek of the Zerthians, his multiple eyes glinting with disdain as he scanned reports of human activity. They can't even maintain one moon station without chaos. Weaklings. Perhaps, replied Ambassador Lyarka of the Selenites, but curiosity is warranted. Even the smallest spark can start a fire we cannot control. On Earth, however, humans had watched the galaxy for centuries. They had suffered invasions, betrayals, and neglect. They had learned in silence, hidden their progress, and cultivated a strength no other species had anticipated. What the galaxy did not know was that humans had recently uncovered something forbidden, a relic of unimaginable power buried deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. It was called the Aeon Engine, a device whose origin predated even the oldest galactic civilizations. It could manipulate energy on a scale that made even the largest dreadnoughts seem like toys. But for now, it remained hidden, a secret shield that Earth would unveil only when the galaxy was ready to see humanity's true face. High above Earth, in orbit, the UN Starfleet Command monitored the Council's movements. Admiral Mara Chin, a human of steely resolve, leaned over the navigation console of the flagship Horizon's Edge. "They still underestimate us," she muttered. "Every calculation, every strategy we devise they ignore. They think we're slow, primitive, powerless. Let's make sure they're right, for now." Her first officer, Lieutenant Cade Novak, frowned. "Admiral, the Zerthians' fleet is massive. If they detect our hidden colonies, they might strike before we're ready." Mara's gaze was unwavering. "That's why they won't see the first move coming. Humans don't fight like anyone else. We wait. We calculate. And when the time comes, we strike where it hurts the most." Meanwhile, in the council chambers of the galaxy's capital, reports of Earth's unusual activity had sparked whispers. Human colonies on moons orbiting distant stars were growing, but all under radar. Mining operations had expanded into asteroid belts, yet the Council considered them too slow to pose a threat. "Humanity will fall in line eventually," Vorek said, tapping a clawed finger on a holographic map of the Sol system. "Their fleet is laughable. Their technology is archaic. They will not survive contact." But not all were convinced. Lyarka's tentacles twitched in unease. "You may be wrong, Chancellor. I have seen anomalies, ships moving faster than we calculated, structures capable of withstanding weapons that would destroy planets. There is potential." Back on Earth, the Aeon Engine hummed in its hidden chamber beneath the Mariana Trench. Scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to understand its functions. Its power could be weaponized, but humanity chose restraint, for now. It was a tool of ultimate deterrence, a warning that would come when patience ran thin. Suddenly, alarms blared across Earth's orbital defense network. A Zerthian reconnaissance fleet had entered the outer edges of the Sol system. Sleek, black vessels bristling with plasma cannons moved with deliberate precision. "Report." Chin barked, her voice carrying authority that left no room for doubt. Lieutenant Novak's fingers danced across the console. "They're scanning our colonies. It's subtle, almost like they're testing us. No weapons fired, yet." Mara's eyes narrowed. "Then we let them. Let them see what they think is weakness. Let them mock us. Humanity has endured far worse. And when the time comes, we will remind the galaxy exactly why no species should ever underestimate Earth." As the Zerthian fleet drifted closer, Earth's hidden colonies remained cloaked, and the Aeon Engine pulsed with latent energy. Somewhere in the shadows of the cosmos, the first threads of a galactic chess game began to weave, one that would soon force every alien species to reconsider their assumptions. The humans' plan was simple yet dangerous: wait, observe, and strike with precision. But the galaxy would not wait for them. Miscalculations could ignite a war that might consume entire star systems. And in the heart of it all, humanity's forbidden relic would remain the ultimate question mark. "History," Mara whispered, staring at the stars, "is about to remember Earth, whether the galaxy likes it or not." Above the Pacific, waves rippled as the sea hid a secret older than the stars themselves. Below, the Aeon Engine waited. And the galaxy laughed, unaware that the joke was about to end. The Zerthian reconnaissance fleet glided through the outer Sol system like predators unaware of the trap awaiting them. Their sensors scoured every asteroid belt, every hidden colony, yet failed to detect the most crucial secret: humanity's preparations were invisible, meticulously hidden behind layers of deception. In the orbit above Mars, a small human patrol fleet flickered into view. Invisible. The ship's adaptive cloaking made them appear as nothing more than cosmic debris. Mara Chin hovered over the tactical map on the bridge of the horizon's edge, her eyes sharp, calculating. "Every move we make," she said, "must look accidental. Every contact must feel coincidental. They think we are weak, slow, and predictable. Let's make sure they believe it, until it's too late." Lieutenant Novak tapped his console. "Admiral, our drone probes have intercepted encrypted Zerthian chatter. They call us the primitives. They believe our colonies are insignificant mining stations." Mara allowed herself a thin smile. "Then they're exactly where we want them." Meanwhile, deep within the Zerthian flagship Voritha's Claw, Admiral Klarn surveyed the Sol system through thick reinforced glass. His eyes, multifaceted and gleaming, narrowed as reports came in. "Nothing substantial," hissed his lieutenant. "No military signatures beyond minor patrols. They are still primitive." Klarn's antennae twitched in frustration. "Do not underestimate them. The Council says they are harmless, but even the Council can be wrong." Back on Earth, human intelligence worked tirelessly. Teams on Titan, Europa, and hidden stations in the asteroid belt relayed signals, not to attack but to manipulate. False sensor readings, decoy colonies, phantom energy signatures. Every move designed to mislead. Humanity's greatest weapon wasn't firepower, it was cunning. "Deploy the Echo Cluster," Mara ordered. "Make them think we have 10 fleets when we only have 3. Let's have them stretch their attention across the entire Sol system." The Echo Cluster, a network of automated drones equipped with adaptive holographic projectors, immediately scattered across the system. From the Zerthians' perspective, fleets of colossal warships suddenly appeared in orbit around Mercury, Venus, and even distant moons of Jupiter. Each appeared ready to engage, each projected an aura of technological sophistication far beyond what the humans truly possessed. Klarna's eyes widened. "Impossible. Their fleet, it cannot be this large." "Yet it is," hissed Lyra-Ka from the Selenite delegation. "They are hiding more than technology, they hide strategy itself. These humans, they do not fight like other species." As the Zerthians scrambled, Earth's secret colonies began subtle maneuvers. Automated mining ships rearranged themselves to mimic massive battle formations. Satellites flickered into stealth patterns, creating the illusion of orbital cannons. Every action was a calculated whisper of power, designed to mislead and terrify. And then Mara made her first bold move. A single human ship, the Nightfall, appeared briefly in a region near Saturn's rings. Its engines flared, leaving a trail of hyperluminescent particles visible even to the naked eye of a Zerthian scout. Then it vanished. "Message delivered," Mara said calmly. "They know we are watching." The Zerthians, panicked, sent probes deeper into the system, desperate to reveal humanity's supposed fleet. Instead, each probe fell into traps. Electronic snares, holographic mazes, and automated countermeasures that fed false readings back to the fleet. Each failure built tension among the alien admirals. "This is not what we expected," admitted Klarn. "They are smarter, and more patient, than any species we have encountered." On Titan, human scientists monitored every reaction. The Aeon engine hummed faintly in the background, a silent heartbeat beneath the galaxy's noise. Its energy pulses were undetectable by conventional sensors. Yet Mara knew its presence loomed like a shadow over the entire system. "We don't fire yet," Mara reminded her team. "Our strength is patience. Let them think they have the upper hand." But patience in the galaxy is a double-edged sword. The Council, noticing the unusual signals, convened an emergency meeting. Ambassadors debated, whispered, and argued. Some demanded an immediate strike on Earth to end the threat before it grew. Others, like Lyra-Ka, counseled caution. "Humans are not what they appear," Lyra-Ka warned. "We have studied them for centuries. They are resourceful beyond imagination. A premature strike may awaken forces we cannot control." Back in orbit, Mara's communicator beeped urgently. The Zerthian scouts had detected a small settlement on Titan. The aliens believed they had found a vulnerability. Mara leaned back, letting a shadow of amusement cross her face. "Prepare the phantom response," she ordered. "Let's show them how fragile their assumptions really are." In the void, ships shifted unseen. The humans waited, unseen and silent. Then, at Mara's command, the Nightfall and 2 accompanying vessels vanished from their projected positions, reappearing where the Zerthians least expected. With precision unmatched in the galaxy, they disabled alien communications for critical minutes, just long enough to make the enemy believe they were surrounded. Klarna's rage boiled over. Impossible. They know every move before we make it. From Earth, Mara's voice rang in calm authority over secure channels. Every species has a limit. Yours is pride. And pride, Admiral, will blind you to reality. The first whispers of doubt began to ripple across the Council. Could humans, this primitive, underestimated species, actually pose a threat to the galaxy's mighty fleets? The answer would come soon in a way none of them could have predicted. For now, the humans retreated, leaving only a trail of mystery, cunning, and fear. But their eyes and their secret relic remained fixed on the galaxy. Mara Chin whispered to herself, watching the stars. Let them mock us a little longer. The galaxy has yet to see what happens when humans unveil what was forbidden. And in the depths of the Pacific, the Aeon engine pulsed, a heartbeat ready to awaken. The Sol system was a quiet stage for a spectacle the galaxy would soon never forget. The Xerthians, confident in their numerical and technological superiority, had moved closer, intending to assert control over the human colonies. Their fleet stretched across the void, dark silhouettes of jagged starships bristling with plasma turrets and missile arrays. From the bridge of the horizon's edge, Admiral Mara Chen studied the incoming fleet. Every Xerthian ship was accounted for in her calculations, except for one variable, human ingenuity. Lieutenant Novak, confirmed the status of the cloaked units, she ordered. All systems green, Admiral, Novak replied. Cloaked fleets in strategic positions near Io, Titan, and the Kuiper Belt. They are waiting for your signal. Mara's eyes glinted. Then let's make our opening move. Initiate the Phantom Maneuver. The Phantom Maneuver was humanity's first strike in this unfolding galactic chess game. While the Xerthians believed they were approaching defenseless colonies, entire human fleets suddenly reappeared in unexpected positions. Cloaked vessels emerged behind enemy lines, cutting off communication channels and disabling hyperdrive engines on key Xerthian ships. Klarna's multifaceted eyes widened in disbelief. Impossible. They are everywhere at once. How? The answer was simple yet terrifying. Humans did not fight like other species. Where the Xerthians relied on raw power and overwhelming numbers, humans relied on unpredictability, strategy, and adaptability. Every move was designed to mislead, disorient, and exploit. On Titan, a human strike team had infiltrated a Xerthian surveillance station. Using a combination of holographic projections and advanced AI, they fed false images back to the fleet, showing colossal human warships where there were none. Each false report forced the aliens to disperse their forces, creating gaps in their formation. Do they have intelligence beyond computation? One junior Xerthian officer whispered, trembling. Yes, Klarn hissed. They have something no one else possesses, foresight and audacity. Meanwhile, on Europa, human engineers activated another secret weapon, the orbital disruption grids. Hidden for decades, these devices could temporarily disable electronic systems of approaching ships, leaving them blind and vulnerable. Entire squadrons of Xerthian warships dropped out of formation, their plasma cannons misfiring, their sensors spinning in chaos. Admiral, Novak reported, they're beginning to panic. The fleets are disorganized. We can press the advantage. Mara nodded, her voice calm but commanding. Do not underestimate them. One mistake and we lose the element of surprise. Proceed carefully. The first casualties were swift. The Voritha's Claw, Klarna's flagship, was surrounded by human frigates that appeared to come from nowhere. They fired precision plasma bursts, disabling the ship's shields without destroying it, a message, not annihilation. Retreat is impossible, Klarn hissed, realizing the humans had anticipated every possible escape route. They know every move before we make it. On Earth, the Aeon engine pulsed silently beneath the ocean, yet its presence was felt across the galaxy. The energy waves it emitted subtly influenced the local space-time field, making human ships slightly faster, their movements unpredictable, almost instantaneous. Even the Council's most advanced species could not fully detect it. As the Xerthian fleet scrambled to recover, Admiral Chin deployed another human tactic, psychological warfare. Using captured communications channels, she broadcasted a single message to every alien vessel in the system. You mocked Earth. You called us weak. You believed we could not protect ourselves. Now remember this, underestimating humanity is a mistake no species survives twice. Retreat if you wish to live. The message was more than words, it was a declaration. Every alien soldier, every officer felt the weight of human resolve. Fear, confusion, and disbelief rippled through the fleet. Klarna's temper snapped. Fire everything. Destroy them. But firepower alone could not overcome strategy. Human ships danced through attacks, using the phantom maneuver to vanish and reappear in critical zones, striking vital systems with surgical precision. Entire alien squads were immobilized without a single direct hit, as if the humans could read their thoughts and exploit weaknesses before they acted. Even the Selenite ambassador Lyrica, observing the unfolding chaos from the Council's observation deck, leaned forward, whispering, "They are not merely surviving, they are controlling the battle itself. Humanity is apex." The first major engagement ended not with destruction, but with domination. The Zerthians withdrew from the Sol system, battered and humiliated. Their fleet was intact in number, yet their pride and morale had been shattered. Back on the horizon's edge, Mara turned to her officers, her expression steady. "This is only the beginning. Let them retreat, regroup, and believe they have survived. That arrogance will be their downfall. The galaxy thinks Earth is weak, but we've only shown a fraction of what we can do." Beneath the ocean, the Aeon engine thrummed with quiet intensity. The first strike was a demonstration, a prelude to what humanity could unleash if pushed further. And somewhere, in distant council chambers, whispers of fear began to spread. The galaxy had underestimated humanity. That mistake would cost them dearly. Mara's gaze swept the stars. Let them recover. Let them think they've won. They have yet to see what happens when humans unveil what was forbidden. And for the first time in galactic history, a primitive species, the humans, stood as a force capable of rewriting the rules of interstellar warfare. The aftermath of the Phantom maneuver echoed across the galaxy. The Zerthian fleet had retreated, but humiliation stung more than damage. Alien worlds whispered of humans' strange tactics, their uncanny foresight, and the impossible speed of their maneuvers. What had been dismissed as primitive cleverness now carried the weight of an emerging legend. In the grand chambers of the Interstellar Council, debate raged. Species that had ruled the galaxy for millennia argued in anxious, clipped tones. "They are not a threat yet," Chancellor Vorik insisted, though the confidence in his multifaceted eyes had dulled. "But we cannot allow their colonies to expand unchecked." "No," countered Lyrica of the Selenites, her tentacles coiling nervously. "This is not about expansion. They are different. Their strategies defy prediction. I do not know a species capable of such coordination without foresight. Something unseen guides them." "Unseen?" hissed a Drakari general. "You mean, some secret weapon?" Lyrica nodded slowly. "I fear they possess something forbidden. Something older than any of us." Meanwhile, humanity prepared for the next phase. The Aeon engine, hidden deep beneath the Mariana Trench, pulsed faintly, as if aware that the galaxy's eyes were turning toward it. Its presence was subtle, yet it imbued human ships with an intangible advantage, a speed and adaptability that could not be measured with conventional sensors. On the horizon's edge, Admiral Mara Chen addressed her fleet. "The first strike proved what humans can do when underestimated. But now we escalate. The galaxy is watching, and fear spreads faster than their fleets can move. We will give them glimpses, but not the whole truth. Let them wonder. Let them fear." Lieutenant Novak, ever pragmatic, frowned. "Admiral, the Council will not tolerate continued mockery. They may unite against us. If the Aeon engine is discovered, the galaxy will declare war." Mara's expression remained calm. "Then they will be too late. Humanity has endured invasions, betrayal, and extinction-level threats. Do you think the galaxy's pride will scare us? No. We have survived worse. And now, we dictate the terms." Human intelligence units spread misinformation across the Council's communication networks. False signals of massive fleet movements, phantom colonies, and staged construction of orbital weapon platforms created the illusion of power that exceeded reality. Every Council member received conflicting reports, each designed to confuse, frighten, and unsettle. On Titan, an elite human intelligence squad intercepted Zerthian communications. They captured a high-ranking officer and extracted a single piece of information. The Zerthians were terrified that humans possessed a relic of immense power, something capable of changing the balance of the galaxy in a single strike. "This is it," Mara whispered to Novak. "They believe in the legend before they've seen it. Let fear guide them, they will make mistakes and we will exploit every one." In the Sol system, human forces executed small but dramatic strikes on supply lines and unmanned stations, leaving the aliens alive but shaken. Ships disappeared in sudden bursts of energy, only to reappear in unexpected positions, a demonstration of coordination that felt almost supernatural. Every alien commander began to suspect that humans were more than they appeared. Deep within the Aeon Engine's chamber, Dr. Ayana Farouk studied the device's energy patterns. Its power was immense but unstable if fully activated. Humanity's survival depended on restraint and strategic application. She spoke quietly to Mara via secure channel. "Admiral, if we reveal even a fraction of this power, the galaxy may never recover. Are we ready for that?" Mara's gaze remained on the stars, unflinching. "Not yet. But soon. The galaxy must first understand that underestimating Earth was a mistake. When the Aeon Engine awakens, every species will realize the cost of their arrogance." Elsewhere, the Council struggled to interpret the humans' actions. Whispers of a forbidden relic spread among member species, though no one knew if it was legend or reality. Fear began to replace arrogance. Strategic alliances formed in secret, aiming to preempt humanity's potential. But Mara's humans had already anticipated these moves. Every fleet maneuver, every diplomatic interaction, and every feint was calculated. The galaxy believed humans reacted; they did not. Humans dictated the flow of events without firing a single decisive shot. And then came the first report of defection. A minor Zerthian commander, disillusioned by the failure of his fleet, secretly reached out to humanity. His message was simple. "Your species is unlike anything we imagined. We wish to survive and you are the only chance. Help us or we perish." Mara read the message and allowed herself a rare, thin smile. The galaxy was beginning to bend to humanity, not through brute force but through intelligence, adaptability, and the whisper of something forbidden. In orbit above Earth, human ships remained calm, almost meditative in their discipline. The Aeon Engine thrummed faintly beneath the ocean. Its energy was restrained, yet it radiated a subtle aura that the galaxy could not fully detect, but could feel. Mara looked out over the stars and whispered, almost to herself, "Let them continue to doubt us. Let them mock, let them fear. Soon they will learn what it truly means to awaken humanity's forbidden power. And when they do, the galaxy will never be the same." The first ripple of what would become a tidal wave of fear had begun. Humanity had not yet revealed its full strength, but the stage was set. The galaxy, once arrogant and dismissive, was beginning to tremble at the thought of what Earth could unleash. And beneath the Mariana Trench, the Aeon Engine pulsed in quiet anticipation, waiting for the moment the galaxy would no longer be able to ignore it. The Sol system held its breath. For centuries, Earth had been dismissed as insignificant, a backwater planet of weak, primitive beings. Now, every star in the galaxy seemed to vibrate with anticipation, though few knew why. Humanity had played a patient game, and the Aeon Engine, the relic older than any civilization, was ready to awaken. On the horizon's edge, Admiral Mara Chin stood before a panoramic viewport. Across the void, alien fleets from multiple systems converged near the outer edges of the Sol system. They had heard the whispers. Some sought alliances. Others sought preemptive strikes. All were terrified of what humans might possess. "Admiral," Lieutenant Cade Novak said cautiously, "they're massing. Hundreds of ships from 5 species. They suspect something, and they suspect correctly. If we do not act carefully, this could escalate into a galaxy-wide war." Mara's expression was calm, almost serene. "No, Lieutenant. This is the moment we show them that underestimating humans was the first mistake. The Aeon Engine is our message, not just to the Zerthians but to the entire galaxy." Beneath the Mariana Trench, the Aeon Engine hummed and glowed faintly, its energy pulses spreading through Earth's magnetic field and into orbit. Humanity had never used it openly. Its power was terrifying, capable of altering energy flows on a planetary scale, disrupting starships, and bending physics in ways that even the most advanced alien civilizations could not fully predict. Mara initiated the first phase. Across the Sol system, human fleets synchronized with precise timing. Cloaked frigates moved into alien sensor blind spots. Orbital grids on Mars, Titan, and Europa were activated, subtly warping spacetime to give human ships instantaneous maneuvering advantage. Then came the signal. The Aeon Engine began its first visible display. A surge of energy radiated from Earth, forming a shimmering field that extended far into space. Alien sensors detected something impossible. A distortion that rendered targeting calculations useless. Missile volleys veered off course. Plasma cannons misfired. Ships collided with one another in confusion. From his flagship, Klarna's eyes widened in terror. This cannot be. They manipulate the void itself. Lyraca's tentacles quivered as she observed from the Council's observation deck. It is forbidden technology. Humans have activated it. They are apex beyond comprehension. Human strike teams pressed the advantage. Cloaked vessels struck at weak points in alien formations. Communications were jammed, hyperdrives temporarily disabled, and fleet coordination collapsed. The aliens could not react fast enough. Every move humans made seemed preordained, flawless, and devastatingly efficient. In a daring tactical display, Mara deployed the Aeon engine's second function, energy projection. Beams of controlled energy surged into space, creating temporary corridors that allowed human fleets to traverse vast distances instantly, appearing behind enemy lines without warning. Entire alien squadrons found themselves trapped between human ships they could not anticipate. Admiral, Novak gasped, "We've never had such precision, and yet, the energy output is stable. The engine is perfect." Mara allowed herself a brief smile. It has waited centuries for this moment. And now, the galaxy will understand why Earth was never weak. Across the void, alien fleets panicked. Some withdrew, fearing annihilation. Others attempted coordinated counterattacks, but every tactic was anticipated. Humanity's combination of strategy, speed, and the Aeon engine's reality-warping power made them untouchable. Klarna's voice trembled with rage. "Stop them. Stop the humans. Do not allow the Relic to control the battle." But it was too late. Within hours, the alien coalition was shattered. Fleets broke apart, hyperdrive jumps sent ships careening into asteroid belts, and command structures collapsed. The humans had achieved what no other species could: dominance without total destruction. The galaxy had been forced to acknowledge a new apex species. In orbit around Earth, Mara addressed the remaining alien ambassadors via secure comms. Her voice was calm, precise, and carries the weight of inevitability. "You mocked Earth. You believed we were weak, primitive, and slow. You were wrong. You underestimated humanity, and now you have seen what that costs. Leave our system. Respect our sovereignty. And remember this: do not test the species that protects what is theirs." Silence followed. No one spoke for minutes. The galaxy was stunned. For centuries, civilizations had battled for supremacy. Now one species, humans, had rewritten the rules. Even the Council, long arrogant and unchallenged, trembled in recognition. The Aeon engine's pulses continued, subtle but undeniable as a quiet warning. Humanity had power beyond anything the galaxy had ever known. On the horizon's edge, Mara turned to her crew. "We do not conquer, not yet. We protect. We endure. But the galaxy will never forget what happens when humans are underestimated." And deep beneath the Mariana Trench, the Aeon engine pulsed with a silent, eternal heartbeat. Humanity had shown its hand, but only a fraction of its true power. The galaxy had learned a lesson in fear, respect, and awe. The era of underestimating Earth was over. The galaxy was still reeling. Never before had a single species so completely upended centuries of assumptions, hierarchies, and pride. The Aeon engine, humanity's forbidden relic, had revealed only a fraction of its potential, but that fraction was enough to terrify, awe, and command respect from every corner of the cosmos. Admiral Mara Chin stood on the bridge of the horizon's edge, overlooking the aftermath. Alien fleets drifted in scattered retreat, their formations broken, their morale shattered. Ships limped toward their home systems, carrying stories of humans that would evolve into legends. Lieutenant Cade Novak broke the silence. "Admiral, the galaxy, they're beginning to understand. Even the Council is silent. No one knows what to do next." Mara's eyes were steady. "Let them think, Lieutenant. Thought is dangerous when guided by fear. We've proven strength, but restraint, that will define humanity. They may never fully trust us, but they will respect us. And that is enough." In the council chambers, chaos reigned. Species that had once dismissed Earth as primitive debated furiously. Some proposed alliances to contain humanity, others suggested appeasement, and a few, like Lyraca, recognized the futility of resistance. "They have mastered the impossible," she whispered, her voice trembling. "The Aeon engine is not just a weapon, it is a statement. They are apex." On Earth, the Aeon engine hummed beneath the Mariana Trench. Its energy pulses rippled through the planet and into orbit, subtle but undeniable. Humanity had used it sparingly, not out of caution, but as a demonstration of control. The relic's true potential remained largely untested, a silent guarantee that Earth would never again be dismissed. Mara convened her top strategists and officers in the command center. Holographic projections of the galaxy lit the room, showing scattered fleets, disrupted communication networks, and trembling council systems. "Our message is clear," she said. "We do not seek conquest, yet we will not be underestimated. The Aeon engine is not just a weapon. It is a deterrent, a statement that humanity protects what is theirs. Let the galaxy learn restraint before it learns destruction." Across human colonies, subtle shifts occurred. Minor disputes between colonies were resolved through diplomacy and strategic oversight, a demonstration of governance that mirrored their battlefield precision. Humanity had not only survived but had begun to redefine interstellar leadership. In distant space, Xerthian forces regrouped under Admiral Klarness' command. His pride was shattered, yet a grudging respect had formed. Humanity had shown that raw power was not enough. Strategy, adaptability, and audacity were decisive. In a private transmission, Klarn addressed Mara. "Humans, I underestimated you. The Aeon engine, it is beyond comprehension. We will not challenge you in this system again. Your species has earned supremacy for now." Mara read the message silently, then spoke to her crew. "Supremacy is earned, not declared. We have earned their respect, and that is victory enough." Even Lyra, the cautious Selenite observer, admitted to herself, "The galaxy must now rethink every assumption about humanity. They are different. They are apex." Weeks later, humanity hosted the first interstellar summit since the conflict. Alien species came not with fleets of intimidation but with cautious envoys seeking dialogue. For the first time, humans dictated terms. Trade, diplomacy, and even alliances were guided by the understanding that Earth was no longer a backwater planet, it was a fulcrum of galactic power. Mara addressed the assembly from orbit above Earth. Her voice resonated across the council channels. "The galaxy has tested humanity and found its measure. We are not the weakest. We are not the insignificant. We are adaptable, intelligent, and protective of our own. The Aeon engine is a symbol, not a threat, but a reminder that Earth will endure, and that no species should ever underestimate what we can achieve." Below the Mariana Trench, the Aeon engine pulsed one final time, a heartbeat that echoed humanity's promise. Strength tempered with control, power paired with intelligence, and caution balanced with audacity. It had been humanity's secret for centuries, and now the galaxy would never again ignore it. In the void of space, the stars seemed to shine a little differently above the Sol system. A silent acknowledgement rippled through alien species. Earth had risen and humanity had claimed its place as the apex species of the galaxy. Mara Chin watched the horizon, the first glimmers of dawn touching Earth's oceans. A quiet smile graced her face. Humanity had survived what others considered impossible. Humanity had outwitted, outmaneuvered, and outlasted. And the galaxy, for all its pride, had learned a lesson it would never forget. Mocking Earth was the gravest mistake it could make. For humans, this was only the beginning. The Aeon engine pulsed softly beneath the waves, a relic forbidden yet controlled, a promise kept. Humanity's rise was complete, but its legend had only just begun. The stars themselves seemed to acknowledge it. Earth would endure. Humanity would thrive. And no species, no empire, would ever mistake weakness for submission again.